Yes, guys, welcome back. Yeah, I haven't done a video in a little bit, but today we're going to be discussing you must guard your mind, okay? You must guard it, man. It's very important. As I've said in other videos, your mind is where you plant the seed, okay? Your mind is the garden, okay? So you must protect it, fam. You must have some guys at the entrance to make sure that not any seed is just getting planted in your mind, okay? So yeah, let's begin. Let's just get straight into it. Why? Simply put, what you let into your mind will affect your actions, thoughts, and beliefs, okay? As you go through life, yeah, we're surrounded by a whole bunch of people. We're surrounded by television. We're surrounded by social media. If you're not careful, yeah, a lot of people, especially family members, friends, they'll start to impose their limiting beliefs on you, okay? And if your mind isn't strong, if you're not guarding your mind, if you're impressionable, you know, you're easily influenced, especially if you perceive the other person to have more authority than you, or that you think they know something more than you. You might just accept their belief when it's wrong, when it's not the belief for you, okay? It's not something that you need to believe in, okay? These people are just spreading a lot of bullshit, okay? There's thoughts they spread, like, in regards to money, your own potential, your intelligence. And if you accept it, you'll be brought down. A good example is people who go through school, yeah? Like, a lot of people tend to think they're not good at maths for some reason. That's just a limiting belief, okay? They had a couple bad exams and then they accepted that. The way people treated them and how the teacher responded to them, they accepted, oh, this must mean I'm not good at that. And then what happens? They proceed to believe it. They proceed to give it more energy, this thought form, okay? And then it becomes true. It materializes, okay? So guys, this is what I'm saying, guard your mind, because here's the truth, okay? If you are unaware, the outside world and the people around you will begin to shape how you believe. They'll begin to shape what you think is true, and you'll accept it and you'll actually believe it, and then it'll become true. And then that's even worse, because then it's going to reinforce the fact that you think what other people tell you is true when it wasn't true. You made it true, okay? It's what we say, guys. You don't accept what other people say until you've validated it yourself. Now I know a lot of these problems occur when we're young, and that's not our fault, okay? Like when you're 15, 14, 13, you're still learning about the world. That's not your fault if a belief happens or something, you form a certain act to protect yourself, or because your parents weren't good parents and they taught you bad things. But once you reach ages like 20, 21, or to I don't know when a lot of people wake up, but like I'm in my 20s. But yeah, once you decide to actually wake up and think about what's going on, yeah, you gotta realize that you control your mind, not anyone else. So you determine what you accept as true and what you want to accept in your life, okay? It's your life, so you gotta remember, you gotta create everything in your life, mentally, physically, spiritually. So yes, second point, second slide, the conscious and subconscious mind, okay? There is a direct link between the conscious and the subconscious. Now, the way I see it is they kind of work together, okay? They come into union to form your life. Your conscious mind is the guard, okay? Your conscious mind is what listens to what the other people say, and you determine whether it's true or not. Your conscious mind is what perceives, which uses its senses, okay? The 5 senses, guys, this is what I talk about in my book. The 5 senses, yeah, are the inputs. Your conscious mind is going to filter them through and decide, okay, if I see this bear, if I see a bear, if I see a tiger, a dangerous animal, I know this is dangerous. If I see these spooky people, like these weird people about, I should be a bit cautious. Your conscious mind is what interprets and determines whether something is good or bad, whether what you're seeing is true or false, okay? And this thing is relevant, disregarding flight or fight, it's relevant for everything. When you talk to people, when you digest information, when you listen to music, your conscious mind is going to listen to it and filter it out, okay? Now, where you come in is that with your conscious mind, you want to filter out things, because once your conscious mind accepts it, it hits the subconscious, okay? And when the subconscious gets it, okay, yeah, it's done. Like, the subconscious doesn't think about it, okay? It's not going to filter it out. So if you accept a negative thought through your conscious mind, you accept it as true. You like, as I said with the maths example, you get a bad result and you're like, okay, I'm not good at maths anymore. And you fully accept it. Once your subconscious takes it, it's going to confirm it. And that's going to repeat. You're going to form a positive cycle. It's not really positive, but if you guys know what I'm saying, a positive cycle means it keeps. I'm joking. I said the wrong thing, guys. I meant a negative cycle, okay? A negative cycle means it's going to keep spiraling out and out of control. So that's what's going to happen if you're not careful with your conscious mind and what you accept, okay? So this is the key thing, guys. You need to make sure that you're very careful with what you let through your mind. You need to make sure nothing goes through, because the subconscious is the manifestation part. It's like, the way I see it is, it's the spirit part of you. It's connected to your aura. So what you accept as true will become into your aura, and that's when it just starts happening to you without you trying. That's when the outside world starts responding to you. And this is how it works for people who get positive things in their life and people who get negative. The people who get positive things think everything works out well. That forms into their aura, and then things always work out well for them because that's what they attract. But the negative people, they take the negative thing, believe it's true, and the negative thing only comes into their life. But you got to remember, guys, it's all coming from the subconscious mind. That's like the higher part of yourself, I guess, or the automated part of yourself, and that's what you want in it. You want your automated part of yourself to attract good things to you, because then life will become easy. Third thing, if you're going to tackle this problem, yeah, you need to know what are the inputs, what are the major sources of inputs. Okay, 1, music. People don't realize this, but music is a big thing. Music is a very big thing. There's a reason why you see like Muslims, I'm pretty sure they say you're not really meant to listen to music. Music can really shape your beliefs and thoughts. A lot of people like to think that rap is just okay and you can listen to whatever, but the way I see it is, if you're unaware and you just listen, you don't consciously listen to the music, then yes, music can program you, whether it's positive or negative. If you listen to negative music, it's gonna suggest more negative things to you, and you're going to be listening without really consciously listening. It's just gonna be sinking into your brain. It's like brainwashing, honestly. You gotta realize everything you do, yeah, is a union. If you're doing it properly, everything is a meditation. It's a union. So when you really get into music to the point where you're just listening, you're not filtering out anymore. So whatever's being said is being adopted into your mind. So you need to be very careful about that. Especially if you're not being aware. Like you just wake up and you just put on rap music or like violent music. That's not very good, is it? Second thing, people, co-workers, family and friends. I'm telling people, yeah, the way I view life now is that you are the creator, okay? You don't need to listen to anyone. You don't need to listen to anyone. The only people you should, if you are going to listen to anyone, is someone who's the ideal person that you want to be. But even then, even if it is the ideal person, you should still be careful. But a lot of people, friends, families, they're a source of input. There's someone you're close with. They're constantly projecting thoughts out of their head. As I said, you have an aura. Everyone has an aura. So your people and people around you might not be as conscious, or they might, well, everyone's consciousness, but they might be unaware of like how important their thoughts are. They might be a pessimist, but they don't realize that comes into their aura, and they start projecting it out to other people, just through the way they talk, just through the thoughts they say, just through their beliefs. They'll be like, oh, I don't think that's possible. They'll say it casually, but like if you're not in the right mind state, you accept that and you start to believe it's true. You need to be very careful, guys. A lot of people are not aware. A lot of people are not, what's the word? I guess I could say happy. Like, I don't know, a lot of people are lost in the 3D world, and they've been brought down a bit, and they don't realize what they say isn't as positive as it should be. So you just need to watch. That's why they tell you that you're the sum of the 5 people around you. You need to make sure you're with good people who are pushing to where you want to be. If you want to be an artist, you want to be around positive people who are into art and making music. If you want to make money, you want to be around positive business people who make more money than you, ideally, because they won't have limiting beliefs, okay? Limiting beliefs, that's the main problem with people, okay? Limiting beliefs, and they'll just spread it to you. They'll just say it to you without thinking. Thirdly, school. There's a big problem with schools, and as I said people before, when you believe that someone has authority, when you think someone's more important than they are, you start to kind of just accept what they say. If you go to school and the teachers give you they give you bad suggestions, they tell you things which aren't true, you're more likely to accept it, especially at that young age when you think they have authority. Guys, the one thing I really realized when it comes to people and power dynamics is that humans are causing their own problems, okay? If you go to a job interview, I know we're all humans, and like everyone gets emotions, everyone gets nervous. Well, I think I'm not everyone else, so I don't know. But I assume everyone feels some type of nerves at some point when they're going through their lives. But when you experience that nervousness, you start to shift the power dynamic over. You start thinking, oh, I've got to impress this person. I've got to impress the interviewer. But guys, that's how you mess up. That's how things get messed up. When you think that someone else has more power than you, you got to always remember, yeah, everyone is just another human. You should never shift the power dynamic, because that's when you start to act differently. That's why when you go to school, you start to accept beliefs from someone else, even though, as I said before, we're all humans and most people aren't aware. How can you let someone who's unaware and doesn't know anything spiritually about their mindset actually affect you and how you want to act? It's not right. It's actually not right, okay? So that was just based on school, but I'm 10 years old when it comes to jobs, shifting power dynamics. You start giving the person more power than they actually are. Like, they're not even that powerful. You gave them that power. And that's the same thing for school. You gave them that power because you thought, oh, he knows something. And then when he said something to you, you accepted it as true. You went to that interview, you shifted the power dynamic over and thought they were more important, and it caused you to be nervous and less confident. Same thing goes for getting women, guys. If there's guys listening, or even girls as well, I guess it works vice versa. It's all the same thing, but what you have to realize is a lot of guys will try to get with girls, and then because they see they're pretty, they'll start acting up, or they'll start doing things like they're just trying to buy them stuff and putting them on a pedestal. It's the same thing. Girls don't like that. And it's the same with a guy. When a girl's like just all over you to the point where it's just like, it's too easy, like you don't feel like you've worked for it. It's like a power dynamic again, like it's too, they've given you too much power, and it's just, yeah, it's not good. What I'm saying is, basically, guys, we're all balanced, okay? Every human is equal. You should never be shifting power dynamics, because it makes you act up, or it inflates the other person's ego. You're both two humans. You should be interacting from an equal, positive and loving space, okay? And you're just interacting. It shouldn't be this person's more important, I have to impress. This person's more important, I have to accept what he or she says. I have to do what he or she wants. You don't have to do anything. Final two things, TV and books. People don't read anymore, okay, guys? People watching TV. TV is shit. You need to turn that off. TV shit. Even social media, I should include that as well. All these things are another sources of inputs, okay? If you want a good input, you should read. You don't really need TV and social media, because the way I see it, people who write, I'm going to assume they put a little bit more thought into what they're saying. When you write things down, you actually have to think a bit more. But when you're just recording yourself, or you're making TV, their whole aim is just to hook you. Because we're living in the age where attention spans are low. People are just trying to hook you. People are lying. People are just making stuff up just to get attention, okay? Books are important, but they wasn't made with the idea of, I've got to hook this person in the first 5 seconds and make him addicted to my book. It was just about spreading good information. So that's why I push reading books, because that's a more positive form of input. But as I was saying, social media, TV and books, they're still all inputs. If you want to get rich, and you keep reading books about understanding business, understanding consumers, understanding sales and marketing, it's going to shift your mindset to where the energy is around you is just all focused on money. It's going to encourage you more, and you're going to feel more confident. And the same thing goes for TV. TV is always showing you certain things. Why do you think they always show the news and they always show negative things happening, and they tell you there's war, and they tell you how this person died? TV just wants to push a negative state of mind. They want the masses to be in a negative state of mind. Same thing with social media as well. Obviously, social media, it's a bit more easy because you can kind of select what information you want to be fed. But you got to realize with social media as well, it's just another person broadcasting their ideas to you, and you're accepting it. You're watching it, you're getting involved, and you're starting to just accept what they say. So guys, those are the main inputs. Music, people, all people, from schools, co-workers, families, people you believe have authority over you when they don't. TV, social media and books. Those are the main sources of inputs. And yes, as I said before, with your conscious mind, just be careful about what you accept, what you choose to listen to, who you choose to interact with, okay? Do what's best for you, and wherever your dreams and what you want to go. If you want to do something, that's where you should embed yourself in. That's what you should become, okay? If you want to be rich, I keep talking about money, that's a good one to talk about. But yeah, if you want to be rich, you are rich, okay? And that means you don't listen to other people who say they're broke thoughts, okay? That means you act like you are rich. You do it, okay? Simply put, guys, what's in your subconscious will manifest. I said it before, but your true thoughts and the interactions you're having with life are showing you what you believe and what you've accepted into your mind, okay? They're showing you what you believe to be true. They're showing you what you've accepted. So look at what's happening to you. Look at the results you're getting. Look at how you're feeling, how you're reacting to certain events. And that's going to show you who you perceive yourself to be, because that's all you are at the end of the day. You think you're meant to be a certain way when you can be anywhere. But the first step is to making sure you get the right information into your subconscious mind, because that's what's bringing those events to you. So look at your life, use it to recalibrate, see what's going right, what's going where you don't want it to go, and then adjust your thoughts around those things. Okay. The subconscious mind is the manifesting part of your brain. It's what's going to attract things to you or repel things away from you. So make sure you put in the good information. And yeah, that's it. To conclude, what have I written here? Simply put, guys, don't listen to these waste men, okay? Don't listen to anyone. Listen to yourself, okay? I know some people might be thinking that's mad, but it's not mad. Listen to yourself, man. How can you let another person like influence you, man? It's actually, do you not think that's fucked up? The more I think about it, that's messed up, man. I tell everyone, yeah, I believe in the spirituality. I believe in energy. Everyone here is an aspect of God. I don't think God follows, okay? I don't think God follows. I think God creates. So you should create your own mindset, okay? When you create honestly, that's when people start to follow you. Okay, I'm here for the individuals. I'm here for the people who want to create. I'm telling you, create. Because when you create and you're original, people start to copy. People start to follow. Because obviously, people aren't. I don't think NPCs are the right word. But when people aren't aware of this style of living, you know, they let things affect them. Now, I guess you can use this information to do as you please. But you should use it to create in a positive manner and influence people in a positive way. So that's what I'm going to say, man. Don't let other people mold your mind unless it's someone that you look up to, unless it's someone that you want to be like, okay? And even when it is someone you want to be like, you don't just follow them blindly. You never follow someone blindly. You always use your own discernment with what they're saying. You also use your own thoughts. There's a thing they talk about with artists saying, it's not that great artists are super original, but it's that great artists they steal bits and pieces from here and there and they put it together. And that's the same thing you're meant to do, okay? When you listen to someone you like, you listen to them. When they see something good, you take it like, okay, I fuck with that. That's something I'm going to take. But you don't just blindly adopt it. You think about it and you be like, okay, is this something I should accept? You accept it and you mix it with your own beliefs and other beliefs you've collected from elsewhere, which are all positive and all help you do what you want to do, okay? So yes, man, that's it. You need to guard your mind, okay? You need to guard your mind. You need to protect yourself in this life, because not everyone has. What you gotta realize is we're in a world of the ego, okay? We're in the 3D world. We're in the lower chakras. Now, I don't say it's a bad thing. It's all the experience, but when you're in this world, you gotta realize people only care about themselves. People are only focused on, I just gotta get rich as possible. I gotta get those nice things. I gotta do this for myself. Okay, people only care about themselves. So how can you follow someone when you know like their only intention is to care about themselves, okay? They're not gonna help you. You're gonna be fucked, okay? They're not gonna help you that much when it comes down to it, okay? So the first thing you should always do is have your intention first. Simply put, until the world changes, okay, and everyone is positive and loving, you need to look after yourself first, which means you need to protect your mind, okay? Obviously, do the right thing in it. Like, you know, I'm not telling you guys you need to look after yourself to the point where you're toxic and using people. But I'm just telling you, you need to understand that a lot of people aren't as aware and they're very hyper-focused on themselves. And you need to be able to spot those individuals, avoid them, don't let them influence you, okay? Yeah, everyone cares about themselves, so they're gonna tell you stuff for their benefit, but it might not be for yours. So guard your mind, okay? Because they'll tell you things which aren't true. They'll tell you to do this and that when it's not in your best interest. They'll tell you these thoughts which help them get rich or which help them do something, but it might not be for you guys. Well, good, okay? There's infinite, it's all energy. There's infinite ways to achieve things. There's so many ways. Like, just because one person achieved set goal by doing this doesn't mean you'll achieve the set goal by doing their exact steps, okay? Why don't you be creative, man? Why don't you try and make your own way to do things? Why don't you create your own way? Why are you following other people, man? That's it, guys. Guard your mind. Don't be a follower. Be a creator.